All right, so this next section is Geek's Favorites in 60 seconds or less. So in just basically 2 sentences, can you answer the following questions? All right, you ready?
Okay.
All right, what is your favorite piece of audio gear that you can't live? Now, obviously, you're an online pastor, so if you don't have an answer for this, we'll go on to the next one. But do you have any audio gear that you just can't live without?
Well, since Niels and I have been doing the podcast, I love this Samsung podcast mic. I'm showing in the video for people that are listening, but it's a beautiful piece of equipment. I love it. It was only like, I think, $75, and it enhanced my audio in a big time, and I use it for all meetings now.
Nice. What is your favorite video broadcasting equipment for those Skype and other conferences?
I really like Zoom. I think it's zoom.us, I think is the URL. What I like about it is that you can do screen share easily. You can also, they provide a very easy record function. So I do a lot of that where I record the meetings and on demand. It just tends to be a good standard. So Skype is great too, but I've just been using Zoom a lot more and I really enjoy it.
I'll have to check that out. What is your favorite lighting equipment on your broadcast? I heard you talking about this with your podcast the other day.
Well, I actually, since we do a video form of our podcast, it's not our primary vehicle, but we do offer the video on a YouTube channel. I have a pretty cheap setup, and I love it. I bought canisters from Home Depot, spray painted them white, and put like 100 fluorescent bulbs in them, and they're set up now, and I have a 2-point lighting system that literally cost me like $30, and it at least does the bare bones. It's not perfect. I mean, there's shadows here, but I think my next investment is a backdrop.
There you go. But I like your backdrop.
No, thanks.
What is your favorite video editing software or equipment?
For me, my favorite right now, because I don't do it that much, is that I just use iMovie, because I don't really do too much editing myself. Fortunately, I don't have to, because if I'm editing something, it's going to be bad.
All right. What is let me skip a question here. What is your favorite website tool for the web design and things like that?
The one that it's a tool, but the one that I rely off heavily, that I really like for everything I'm doing, is WordPress. I just really enjoy the template, and I use the Woo Marketplace or the ThemeForce Marketplace to buy different templates. I mean, with my ebook, I was able to find a great template for $40, and I could set it up, and it does everything I needed to do, and it, instead of paying somebody $10,000,
right?
I was able to get something set up pretty easily. So I love WordPress. I bleed it. Even though our online campus is not on WordPress, but I love how easy WordPress makes things.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, how do you, and this is a question I didn't give you, but how are you managing all of your different accounts, Twitter, email? Have you combined those, Facebook, or are you using separate apps for each one?
I use primarily Hootsuite. Okay. So Hootsuite's probably the primary, allows you to port in different accounts and schedule tweets. I don't do any engagement on those. I still log in manually. And like Twitter, for example, I only engage on my phone. And obviously, Hootsuite doesn't allow you to schedule with Instagram. So those are a couple of things I still have to do manually. Pinterest, I still do manually. But Hootsuite tends to work very well.
Cool. All right. So what parting piece of guidance would you give to other online pastors like yourself?
Well, what I would say is, selfishly, listen to the socialmedia.church podcast. But so,
very good.
No, for I think the big thing is for me that it's helped me immensely is reaching out and talking to other online pastors and figuring out really their assimilation process. I think that's a big thing with a lot of online pastors that are doing work, is that they're really good at a stream, but very few have figured out the community piece. And I think I would just tell anybody, wherever, no matter what you're doing, even if it's a social media role or a church role, find somebody at another church and talk to 5 or 10 different people doing what you're doing at different sizes of church. It doesn't have to be big or small. Find everybody and ask them, how their schedule looks. What are their goals? How do they measure success? Who are they talking to? What are they reading? And for me, I've been fortunate that, Neil Smith and I, who we do our podcast together, he's a guy who was the online pastor at his church. And he grew, and he no longer is, and he's does a bigger role at his church, innovation pastor. But we got in contact because we wanted to figure out and challenge each other. And so just talk to people, find out. And we have, there's a conference every year in Dallas that happens that online pastors get together and they talk. There's also a Facebook group. And so those are things that you could find out about. And if they're interested, you can tweet me you can tweet me and I could tell you where to find all that information. But there's so many resources.
So that brings up the next last question here. What's the best way to connect with you if somebody wanted to reach out and ask you those questions?
Well, I would say, if you go to my website, jkranda.com, I have all my links to my social accounts. You can connect with me on Twitter or Facebook. Either one, I'm pretty free. But I'm somebody that, I'm barely, I feel very blessed to be where I'm at right now. And I've learned a lot and I'm learning a lot, but I would love to connect anybody with the group of people that I know, at least doing online ministry specifically, and even social media. Obviously, I know a lot of different people doing that at churches, and that's a growing thing. And so, visit jkranda.com. That would be a great place to start.
All right, Jay. Hey, thank you so much for sharing your heart, for sharing that personal touch, and encouraging us to do that. I really appreciate that. And all right. We'll sign off with that, and I look forward to talking to you some more. So I have no idea how to end.
No, you're good. You're good. You just end right there. You're good.
So I don't know if I should do a CB handle. This is I had a CB handle short circuit. This is short circuit signing off for the night. We used to do that, man, in the day. We had a lot of conversations around our intro and outro on podcasts because we actually paid for somebody to do that on Fiverr. Yeah. Okay. He sounds good.
Yeah, I know. Niels didn't like. He was like, I don't know. It's kind of cheesy. I said, I don't know.
No, I like it.
I like it. And so, but I think he did it for $10. It was
it adds a little depth to you guys of professionalism. I like it. Tell Niels that somebody on listening to his podcast really, really likes it.